Okay. Well.
My Calico's on the table too.
Yeah, I know.
My Serena is on the chair.
Yeah. Okay.
She's not sitting on your lap.
So, is everyone ready? I have the deck of many things all set to go. Everyone got their character sheets.
Yep.
And we'll go ahead and recap for the sake of the posterity. Introduce yourselves and your characters.
Nah, I'm good.
That way, also, we can go back and review and remember each other's names should we forget.
Do we introduce ourselves as our character in this game, and then our character in D&D, or?
Yes.
Their actual names. Yes.
Either or. Either or.
Okay.
Because unfortunately, one of our number is not here because his sub ran out, who will be joining us in Monster Hunter after my sub runs out, so it's fine.
I was gonna say, don't worry about it then.
Alright, then.
Fucking give him shit even though his shit's gonna run
Is this the giant 20-sided?
Well,
Yeah.
that's just gonna be funny because I'm using this character now.
Yes, it is. I have the giant oversized
character.
randomized. That's spin down, can't use that. That's a spin down, can't use that. Just need to collect all my sets here.
Well, then for recording purposes, I am Kellen Silverstreak playing as Keller Stratos.
The literal cloud sniffer playing a literal cloud sniffer.
It's a Talafel, thank you very much.
Whatever you say.
Whatever makes you feel better.
I can't find my character sheet.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Good thing I pre-established your character as a blackout drunk. Speak.
As long as you have alcohol.
Oh god, that would be terrible for the DM.
Well, actually...
That would be a fucking trash fire. What are you talking about? Hold on.
Actually, that sounds actually kind of fun.
It would be fun, but it would be terrible.
Yeah, I know. I kind of agree.
But every level you're a different character. It's like I went to bed as a cleric, now I wake up and I'm a rogue? What? You're a master of many things.
The antithesis of cleric is necromancer. Now I need to grab 2 character sheets on my own phone to subsequent the number of the quote-unquote party. But they may or may not be villains as well as party members, so don't worry about it.
Okay.
So going around...
One city.
So we have Stratus. I will not use your first name because your last name is easier to remember. And next on the list, our disembodied voice is
Gunny, Shot.
the resident fighter. The fighter who is half orc. The smelly orc. The big boy. The big beefy boy.
At least, you know, hasn't died remotely. Chalk that up to a win like that.
So, next
well, I
up...
haven't landed on death's door, and I haven't been KO'd, so I'll chalk that up to a win.
So I guess we'll go with Kai next.
I am Caius. I play Clem, the Draconic Sorcerer.
Otherwise known as Kyle. The player.
Shut it, you.
The player, not Clem. And then, Shalisa will be playing Shalisa. You can see her at... You can see her in the corner here as a cat girl. She is in fact a cat girl in game, so basically... yeah. There's that.
No change whatsoever.
No change whatsoever.
Well, no,
what-
she's more cat girl in campaign because there is no like half human, half cat hybrid. That's
There's a cat race.
inside.
There's a cat race.
This,
I forget what it's called. Yeah.
no, she's a
All I can say is,
yeah.
good job.
Tabax. It's Tabax. Taxadi. Or
Yeah.
whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
That is actually a full-on cat humanoid.
And then across from
Lotte
me,
are human cats.
across from me is Little Yang, player name November. Character name, I believe your new character, since you died last time, is Newt the Warlock? What race is Newt? Hybrid.
Yay, another half elf.
Okay. So you're a level 3 warlock,
Should
level
you
3 wizard, I take it. Okay.
Like, that's pretty much where I am
And then
at. You hate yourself, apparently? That's your...
Well, he hates half himself.
and then
Yeah, half.
I am your dungeon master. Actually, since we'll be meeting in Monster Hunter and the character name is the same, Rain Ash will be playing. I will be your dungeon master. I will play literally everyone else, and 2 other characters we will be meeting in this episode. It's a lot of work. I basically have the brain of 50 bajillion normal people. I am every NPC in this game. Today, you are all recovering from your last adventure, which ended in the unfortunate demise of November's previous character, Arrow, who was a ranger, tiefling. He met a very unfortunate end, and now the party is... The party is now scarred for life, because they must remember it. Yeah, no, sorry. It doesn't work like that. You guys have been inoculated by the strange creature. You still, to this day, have not gotten a clear view of it. All you know is that it's a serpentine-esque shaped series of lights in a big tank. None of you thought to ask anything else about it. Oddly enough. Anyway. Yes, you were. Yes. This was episode 2. This is why we started meeting like this. So I can record and you can come back and review. And if anyone else wants to come along on our retarded ass adventure.
Run.
It's fair.
That is my advice. Run.
So, like,
yeah.
so last session you said we were on our way. We were in the
Yes.
shuttle. on our
We
way
will
back.
start. We will start our adventure today. You guys have just arrived back at the undersea base.
I'm carrying Clem to the infirmary.
Yes. You get out. You guys still have the container holding the last relic you retrieved. But your medical needs come first.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. You are all pretty jacked up. A lot happened. You had to jump off a train. One of you had to stop the rest of the train, even though it wasn't going very fast, but still. One of you, Shalisa, due to being unable to attend sessions, is currently blackout drunk. On the upside, you do have fantasy gachapon tokens because you beat the bodacious squad of enforcers at their annual their weekly poker night, and you won another fantasy gachapon token during that game,
Oh boy,
as well
gambling.
as the same amount of gold that they all received for payment for
Jeez.
this match, just to keep her on the same playing field as everyone else. I have dubbed this
So my response to that
"Do
is,
not play
"God
poker
damn,
with
that's
her."
some high stakes. I was gonna say that's some high fucking stakes. Jesus.
Well, I
Well,
mean,
if each
they were
person
also
has
all
like
drunk.
3,000 and she's playing against like 4 girls, you know.
Yeah, it got pretty. I mean, they were all drunk. Well, we will leave that to Shalisa's discretion. Anyway, you guys
so
just got
yeah,
here.
so, like,
She's
I
still
walk in-
conked out.
I walk into the infirmary and I just kind of place Clem on the bed.
So who else is? Have you all headed to the infirmary, or is it just Arrow and Clem?
Well, I think Gunny needs to check on his feet.
Sorry, Stratos and Clem.
I think Gunny needs to check on his feet.
Yeah, no, I found the closest wheelchair.
You find the closest wheelchair.
I found the closest wheelchair.
He's
Wheelchair
wheeling
rolled
himself
over
over
to
to
the
the infirmary too.
All right, so you guys
His leg should not be working.
Like, medic!
yeah, so you guys come back. Gerald, the guard, quote unquote, that's also responsible for launching the balls that bring you guys everywhere, sees how wounded you guys are and calls for a stretcher and any necessary staff. They lead you into the infirmary. As you're all put into beds, and tended to according to whether or not your injuries are more or less severe. A gruff-looking dwarf woman in a nurse's uniform comes out of a side room, looks at all three of you simultaneously, and just goes, "What the fuck happened? You look like a train ran you over."
Well, you're not wrong.
Don't talk about it.
I point over at Gunny, stopped the train car with his hands, pointed over to Clem, jumped off a train.
Uh-huh. You know, why didn't, I actually, on second thought, I don't want to know. Let's just, get you, fixed up, and, she just calls for some more staff, and they get to work on, patching you guys up. Shortly after you guys have, and she's doing push-ups. God damn it. So, God damn it.
You can't keep this shit straight.
No, we really can't. So y'all are really fucked up. After they give you guys the once over and you're not about to die, you can hear over the announcement speakers throughout the base. The Chancellor has summoned you to her office in regards to
I
well,
guess I'm
a job well done, I guess.
Better off to head there because Gunny and Clem can't really move.
I'm drunk.
I'm currently unconscious. There's a
You're
difference.
hanging out with the Bodacious squad currently, but you were also
It's like,
you
it's
were
like, it's like
just
I
waiting
look
for
at-
them to finish their meeting.
I look at
So you
Gunny and I
got-
just go, I'll head over. I'll take the thing with me to hand it to
Well,
her.
you were all. The announcement was Sharp Eye, Stratos, Clem, Arrow to the Chancellor's office.
Clem's kind of unconscious still.
No, not anymore. You guys have been tended to. You are all.
Oh, Clem's unconscious now.
You have all been tended to. It's been a while.
Oh, okay.
So
Your ashes are
Clem's
still
been.
on the train. I'm sorry.
Clem has been conscious for about
No.
I wanna
no,
say-
there's not.
4 or 5 hours now. He's stable.
Okay,
he
so
can walk
we're good.
around. He's just can't
Okay.
take another hit.
Okay. Alright, well, they called their names. I guess we gotta go over there.
I mean, what?
So you all shuffle over to the elevator and just head down to her
That's
office.
a shuffle. Yeah.
Alright, so you walk into her office. It's the same room with the tank that you've seen. Well, you call it her office, but you were just summoned to this particular room after checking her office. They gave you the wrong room. She didn't make the announcement. Her manservant George did.
George!
Yes, George.
And
So,
George.
due to a card color, you were waved over. You're in the inoculation chamber with the big tank, and she's just staring into the tank with the kind of spaced out look. And you see towards the right of the room, you see writing furiously at a desk, the creature's caretaker, Yimik, who is furiously writing something on some documents in the corner. He doesn't even acknowledge you. You just see him in the corner. He is oddly enough, he is also a half-elf. You guesstimate him to be about in his early 20s. And by
Oh, so
his
he's just a
garb,
youngin'.
you see him to be a bard.
Oh,
He's a spoony bard. He
has,
is very brightly colored outfit. No weapon, just brightly colored outfit. There's instruments strewn about. Strewn about the room, and the director is just standing in front of the tank, staring inside.
We're here,
So-
director. It's called.
Chancellor.
Chancellor.
I finally got a chance to work out the kinks. It's Chancellor.
We're here, we are here, Chancellor.
She turns to greet you and notices that there are 3 and only 3 of you, and asks, "What happened to Arrow? I sent 4 of you to retrieve the relic."
Sadly, he lost his life
She's
as we were trying to retrieve the relic.
She's taken aback a little, but after a few moments, just lets out a long sigh and asks you if you had managed to retrieve it.
We hand her hand her the box that it's in.
Okay. Why are you naked?
Sorry, I was changing and I moved out of the chair. How about it?
Remember, that's not appropriate.
I was changing and actually hit
This is a
You don't
family-oriented
change in front
recording.
of an audience.
Yeah, family.
Remember, God.
Oh no, Shalice is trying to get him to strip more.
Oh boy.
I swear. I'm a humble, decent lady girl.
Sure.
No, you're
Yeah,
not.
we
No,
hand her
you're
the
not.
box.
Okay. She looks over she opens the box. You still can't see what is you still can't see what's inside, but she opens it to check its contents. She's taken a little bit by surprise after seeing it, and then quickly closes it and summons George into the room. He comes in with a silver cart, as you've seen before, with a almost, it seems to be lead container, and she puts the all container it's already in there as a security measure against the thrall of the item. And George carts it into the vault room that you have seen the other relics disappear into.
Where do they go?
Well, to the vault, because if they don't already have a wielder, they have to find somebody. You've been told this and seen this already.
Well, that was November asking, so... Luke's
Um,
not with us yet, so it's just the three of us.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
she,
There we go. God, keep my little capital.
she, after it's wheeled into the vault and George comes back with another silver cart with 3 sacks of gold. I've already told you how much you have all been getting individually. What is it? 2100, I think? Right?
That was just 2.
Was it just
Yeah,
2?
you said 2 last time, yeah.
So it's
Yeah, it
2.
was just 2.
That's why I wanted to double check, because I didn't have that written down here. So,
Trying off to write stuff down.
but, the 4th sack, however, cannot go to Arrow as they are no longer with us. Same thing with the extra Fantasy Gachapon token, so it is taken back into the treasury. So you guys just take your money and no other questions. I mean, you're in the chamber with the tank and everything.
What is in that tank?
Oh yeah, you guys never actually asked about it, did you?
No.
When you look at this tank, she pauses for a moment, as if trying to decide how to.
Can I just roll perception? Perception. To see what, if I can figure out what it is.
How to talk. She continues. This is the Sorry, it's been long. I have to pause. Hold on.
I am currently not there, correct? I'm still
You're
drunk.
Yeah.
You're hanging out in the dodecahedron with the bodacious squad, just training it up right now.
Ready for being drunk.
Yeah,
Must be nice.
trying to work off all that alcohol.
Yeah, you
More than that.
Drinking more alcohol, yes.
God damn it. What the fuck?
Well, I mean, to get rid of a hangover,
she goes,
at that
"This
point,
is
you
the,
drink you do drink alcohol.
That is the best cure.
No. No, that's not how that works. No. Bad November.
Drunk, then you can't be hungover.
Or just give one good slap to the face. That actually works too.
Or just do a bunch of skooma.
Prove it on Mythbusters.
You want some?
So this is the so after her pause, she starts explaining the creature in this tank. We call it the star worm. Once it has the ability to erase information that it consumes.
Huh.
It's how no one has any recollection of these relics or the terrible wars that they have caused.
Huh.
It's also why when you aren't inoculated, when you were speaking with Avison, occasionally you would hear when she would talk, as if she wasn't actually saying anything. Though your minds physically could not
explains a
comprehend any information pertaining to our organization, the Bureau of Concerned Souls.
That explains a lot.
Yes. I'm surprised you never actually asked this upon your inoculation. Most people really do.
Not the weirdest thing.
But yeah, I mean, if any of you want to roll a perception check into the tank, you can.
I did a 14.
14?
That's with bonus?
I mean, he doesn't really need a bonus. This thing is fucking...
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna need bonus for that.
Like, you guys are... Yes, you are under the sea. You're used to seeing... When you look up, when you're in the main park area, the center of the base, if you look up, you're used to seeing large, almost impossibly large creatures. But this one seems, what you see in the tank seems to, at the same time, be smaller, but dwarf the usual undersea denizens that you're used to. You see, as it goes, as you pay more closer attention, you can make out the silhouette almost. It almost seems like a great worm, but you see inside a series of multicolored lights, almost as if it was actually made of stars.
Like, I look at
Of
my
varying
eyes
sizes.
wide in curiosity, and I'm just like, I must learn more.
Well, I mean, roll a nature check if you...
Okay.
We'll see how good this goes.
Yeah, I guess I'll...
Like, yeah, you can roll like a nature check or an arcana check, whichever.
Intelligence is 0.
20.
With a 20, you've read in the temple's library about fantastical creatures that grew to gargantuan lengths. Not quite dragons, as they could not fly, but they are related. While this creature, you notice, has their shape, you do not know anything about what you see in front of you.
I just kind of look at it and it's beautiful.
It is very pretty. Also, incredibly dangerous as it passes closer to the edge of the glass, and you see its great maw filled with what seems to be razor-sharp teeth. Each one about half the length of your arm.
That is amazing. I just see Gunny just inching away away towards the door.
It does stop towards the center of the glass window you're viewing it from, and pardon me, been talking all day, so my throat's a little messed up. It stops, and you see it looks all three of you over with a almost condescendingly judging gaze. It's just a cold emerald green stare. Then after a few seconds, it slowly drifts away from the glass, and all you see is the lights that make up its body.
That was impressive.
I feel as if you were joking.
Yes.
I don't appreciate
Yes, it was.
I want to be its friend.
Creatures like this must be revered, respected.
And worshipped, apparently.
But I want to be
Um,
its friend. That doesn't apply to that. Why can't I be its friend?
I can say this is the closest thing we are going to get to interacting with the gods.
I don't believe that's true, sir. Your gods are no more than mere mortals.
So as you guys
just don't know
start,
how to talk to them, right?
as you guys start arguing, amongst yourselves about the big lizard in the cage, the Chancellor. I've been listening too much Adventure Zone. The Chancellor walks over to Yimik and informs him about Arrow's demise, and he starts rummaging. Goes into a room, and you hear him rummaging through what seems to be a large filing cabinet. From your guess, from the noises. And as he does so, you hear the elevator go bing bong, and you see a half-elf warlock step through under with a guard just waving him through as a guide into the chamber. And assuming November is paying attention, that would be his cue.
Hello. I'm here now.
So,
I just
who the hell is he?
quietly
Uh-huh.
looking regal as ever.
Regal, huh? Give us a
God damn it.
give us a
Okay.
description of your character, if you would.
Okay. Well, I'm a half elf. I'm decently tall. I have like waist length black hair, and I don't have pointy ears. I have like nubby ears, and I'm wearing a raven feather cloak and nothing else that you can see anyways.
Good cover.
So wait, hold on. So wait, you're wearing no clothes and a raven feather cloak that doesn't cover your front because it's a cloak.
Wait, hold on.
Oh god.
Underneath the cloak, I'm wearing a dress.
So you're a dude.
Dude.
Or are you female?
Brain.
I'm a guy.
It's a house coat.
I forgot to mention. Well, I think I mentioned it. My warlock is a crossdresser due to the pact that he made with his weapon.
What? Okay, what? Hold on. You're gonna have to run me through that, good sir.
My brain just fucking broke.
No. It's a legit thing.
Is a hex blade, and the weapon I chose to be my patron, I have decided only works with female.
So you have to trust.
So your sword. Hold on. So your magic sentient sword is making you cross dress, or it won't help you.
Not a sword.
So what?
Your okay. So your magical sentient whip is forcing you. Hold on. Do you have? Hold on. Okay.
Okay, Jesse's apparently
Okay.
having
Jesse
much
broken
trouble
too.
than I am right now.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Here we. So
Jesse's.
you're gonna have to. Is this whip sentient in the way that it can communicate with you?
Yes, it's its own being.
Okay. So I'm gonna run Run your character voice for both the whip and Newt bias right now. Do it.
Oh god.
Because you will have to play both.
You will have to play both. I'm not doing character voices because I'm not good enough at voice acting to do all the NPCs. So, sorry. You're a cross-dresser. You're a dude. Make a manly voice.
No, I meant the whip.
Your whip doesn't have to be a woman.
But he wants it to be.
That's the whole reason why it's like a super feminist whip.
Okay.
Wait, then that shouldn't work in the slightest.
No, it's fine. It's fine. So we'll start with Newt, and then we'll depending on how good you can do for the whip, we'll just dub it a work in progress. Well, the problem is we would still need to be able to. I, as a DM, need to understand what it is saying to you. So you still need a character voice.
I lean over to Gunny and I'm just like, I know I've lived in a temple for most of my life, but is that normal?
No, it's not. As I'm just sitting here, like...
You three Chucklefax also need your character voices. You should be working on that.
I'm not but, my brain.
My character's gonna sound like me. There's no point in changing it.
You guys are no fun.
You guys are just gonna have to pretend like I sound like a girl.
You're not a girl?
No, he's not a girl. November bad.
His. Don't worry about it, Sam. November's got the memory of a goldfish.
Sometimes it's much worse than the goldfish.
I'm not a goldfish anymore.
November, get in the tank behind me.
I'm gonna use my normal voice now for my character, but
Yeah,
give me a
same.
couple weeks. Give me till next session. I might be able to come up with something. I've never done it before.
Yeah,
Yeah,
November,
it's fun.
your family's in the tank behind me.
So
Not a bitch.
Alright, so...
I mean, the only thing I really know
I guess
how to
November
do
just
is
doesn't
to,
physically
throw in
have
a little
beak.
southern there.
Oh god.
Sorry, my brain's still trying to...
So if you want,
I'll work on the,
I can make my character
Yeah, okay.
a
Because,
southern half elf.
I more so want you guys to do your character voices, not because I think it would be more fun, but because it's really difficult as a DM to differentiate between in character, out of character when we do it like this. Like, we don't have like a little note we can pass around that says out of character on it. Which is what I normally do. So,
And I guess I can talk like this then.
ugh. Can you make that a I like the direction, but could you go maybe like a little more gruff?
I actually don't know how to do that.
Like make
Yada yada.
I would I'd need to work on that for the next couple weeks.
like gruff would be like kind of like this, y'all. Like gruff is like the deep
Kinda
kind of
like
gravelly.
this, y'all. I'd have to work on it for a couple weeks.
Yeah, that's-
I'd have
that's
to
a-
work on it.
You've got a good direction there. I like the disparity between you being in from a monastery and having the southern accent.
And Southern? Yeah, no, that seems a little...
It's actually pretty
Suspicious.
funny because you're
Have
you're
you-
supposed to be very learned.
Heard the good news.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you're supposed
About
to learn
Lord
and you are
Zeus.
just- No.
Like alternatively,
Lolly lolly.
alternatively, if you could go higher,
No, legit, it's Pantheon.
we might
damn
get we might get a little annoyed hearing it a lot. But if you could go a little bit higher, like almost like a Larry the Cable Guy, that would also
Jeez.
probably
Yeah,
work.
I have to say, oh god, no.
I will think of something.
Yeah,
I will think of
I
something.
like your I do like your direction though. It's a good direction.
I'll stick with my normal voice for now, and Well, if I use my normal voice, I can
Like,
kind of just lower it a little bit
yeah.
to sound like this.
Yeah, I see someone furiously changing outfits to my right.
I don't know
Kai.
how long I can keep that up for.
That's a very good point. So, so Newt has walked in and did his little cape flap like he's from Bloodborne to reveal the. What color is the dress? It's pink, right?
It's white.
So.
It's got little purple bows on it.
Okay, so I'm gonna be straight up. Gun's not gonna be taken seriously. I am.
So
not
wait,
gonna
hold
be
on. So,
taken seriously.
so are you guys like shocked, or are you just like straight up just laughing in his face?
I'm just confused and being like, I
Yeah.
think I need to
Confused, like,
research this a
what?
little bit more.
My head is basically tilted to the side, like, what the fuck is wrong
Is
with this
there a
person?
book I can read?
The guard,
Cross-dressing?
The guard,
there's really wrong.
the guard that waved him into the room as he does this, he's standing right next to him. And he goes, oh, dude, why? I told you to keep the cape. Oh, I don't want to see that. Oh, it doesn't.
So,
You couldn't make it a little bit longer, like.
The dress today.
God.
Much worse.
Like it wouldn't be a problem if it actually covered anything. Could you please keep the cape on unless you get a longer dress?
Chancellor, who is this?
She hears the commotion and turns around. She goes, "Oh, Newt, thank you for dropping by." And she waves. She goes, George, come here."
Yeah, George, go over there.
I'm trying. That was a little louder than I wanted it to be. There we go. He comes in with the same tray that you all saw mere moments ago, but this time it has a. It has. Pardon me, a small vial of viscous fluid on it, and she directs Newt to take a drink from it.
Should we do the back?
Wow, just straight shots. Okay.
Yeah, so Newt drinks it and becomes inoculated. I'm not going to describe the same thing twice, so he does. To the rest of you, you take joy in the fact that you get to be on the outside looking in and watching someone be stupefied for a straight minute. Like they're on a bad trip.
So is that how we looked?
And the director just... the director looks at all three and goes, "Oh yeah, totally. It was hilarious."
See.
It was, top... Like, one of the top 10 inoculations right there. It was pretty great.
Wow. Okay.
And so now Newt, after Newt has recovered his senses, she then directs him, addresses the entire group, saying that Newt will be Arrow's replacement as of now, seeing as you are down a member.
Can I chime in and just say he's fresh off the boat? How do we know he's even capable of keeping up?
Well, we hired you guys, didn't we?
Yeah, but we proved
Yeah,
ourselves in
but-
combat though.
we were credible before joining.
Sure you were.
We had
she-
two relics.
She looks all of you over and goes, "Sure you were. I read the report." And
So where's Neverwinter?
Can he handle himself in a fight?
he would not be here if he couldn't.
Bar fights are different.
And She dismisses all of you.
So he doesn't have a toe fetish, does he?
Oh god.
With a
no.
finger fetish? Finger fetish. Finger
Johan,
fetish.
Yimik comes out of the side with a bunch of paperwork, pots it back down on the desk, and as he does, she goes, "Alright, you guys go do whatever for now. I need to help him with that in preparation for Arrow's funeral, so go do what it is you do in your free time." And with that, you are ushered out of
I don't know about you guys,
out of the
but
room.
I want to use that Gachapon token.
I don't agree.
Okay, so you guys are gonna head over to the Gachapon.
Yep.
Okay, Newt does not get a Gachapon token.
Are you just gonna roll them random items, or?
No, he just starts with 2100 gold. Sorry, not 2100. Yeah, 2100 just because he's a fresh character with no items. So he gets just 100 more than you guys do. Shuisa,
Gachapon guy!
on your way to the Artificer, you meet up with Shuisa, who also has a Gachapon token, and you all head in together and
Shalisa! You
reveal,
look terrible.
regale her with the tale of the murder on the bullet train.
We regale her with our train story. Let's put it
Yes.
that way.
Just
Well, you're with them,
No, the
like you're
cross-dressing
standing
half-elf
right
was
next
with
to
us.
them.
Yeah.
yeah, you're literally
Like she looks you.
No, that was the
No.
Chancellor.
That's the Chancellor and Yimik.
Well then, hi. I'm Nick.
Don't look directly at him.
Well, he's the cloak is covering him up right now, so she can't see what needs not be seen.
So, Shalisa, wild night.
Too sober for this.
sober. Okay.
Too sober,
It's
she
okay,
says.
we'll get the alcohol, Ivy.
Oh, hey Artificer, we got some more Gachapon tokens.
He as you guys walk in and you say that, he looks at me and goes, "Well, if it isn't my favorite customers."
Customers?
Well, less customers, more patrons. Even though that's pretty much the same thing. What can I do you
I
for?
think I'd like to use this Gachapon token.
Alright. Put it on in the machine and pull the lever. I can't do it for you.
Shing.
Alright, I need my computer now. It's finished booting up. It took a really long time because I had to update again. Fucking every time I turn it on. It's fucking ridiculous.
Actually, if you need the Gachapon thing, I actually still have it open on my phone.
Yeah, but I'd rather not you guys spoil yourselves.
I had to figure out what I had.
Yeah, I just need to pull up the spreadsheets. Give me a sec.
So is it just like a machine with a thingy, like a jackpot thing?
Basically, it's a
I
big slot
rolled-
machine.
A 16.
Well, no, correction. No, it's a big gumball machine.
Actually, yeah, that'd be pretty accurate.
And you pull the lever, and one of the freaking balls comes down into the slot, and you take it. There you go, that's a Gachapon. As long as you don't start doing the I'm too sexy for my cloak, we're good.
Can we not just give him ideas? Jesus Christ.
I called him the fuck out.
By the way,
Fucking called it
Jesse,
out.
Okay.
I rolled the 16.
Okay, hold on. I need to go down to cleric here.
Fucking A. November, you're done. You're done. Just done.
I'll keep the cloak on for the most part.
Oh, so everything else is a free game. Okay. No.
Oh yeah. No.
Keep it on.
Johnny is now currently just sitting there like, the fuck am I?
Okay, I'm gonna need you to re-roll. I'm not giving you duplicate items.
Okay. 15.
What the fuck is this? A41.
Interesting.
Hold on, no, that's fine. I'll, I'm trying not to pass it. Okay, you pull the wheel, and a, incredibly tiny, sphere, rolls down the machine. You can easily hold it in your fist. You've seen generic, gachapon machines at, your local tavern, on your travels. It's about the same size you would normally expect. It's just a small, round cap. So when you pop it out and you see a small ring. It's made out of plastic, and it has a rad skateboarder sticker emblazoned on the top. It actually feels like if you mess around with it, you'll bend it to the point where you won't be able to wear it any much. So you decide not to.
I
See,
just kind of look at him. I look at the other fish, and I'm just like, "What is this?"
he takes you hand it over to him, and he fiddles around with it, and he's trying to stifle a laugh because it looks so cheap. He's like, the gods really don't like you very much, do you?
What is it?
I feel you got screwed for no reason.
So I just realized I'm reading the wrong thing, but I don't care.
Okay.
Oh wait, hold on.
If you're reading the wrong thing, read the
Wait,
right
why
thing.
is this?
Damn it.
Wait, hold on. Wait, no, this isn't the wrong fucking. Yeah, that's the wrong class item. So yeah, actually, I do need to read the other one.
Yeah.
I apologize. I'll edit that out. Okay, it is the same, but the thing that pops out isn't nearly as cheap as the thing that I thought you were getting.
It's still a small ring.
No, it's actually a diamond-encrusted brooch that glows with energy at your touch. It glows a bright emerald.
Diamond encrusted brooch.
Yes, it is a diamond-encrusted brooch. When you touch it, the gem in the center, it glows a bright emerald green. And as you get really excited because it looks so fancy. It's a plain silver with the diamonds around it with a larger diamond towards the center.
What
You bring
is
it over.
this?
You bring it over to
The artificer.
Yes, but I was going to say his name just now, and my brain just fucking checked out. His name's not Bob, but I know it starts with a B. Barry. His name is Barry. I remember.
Barry.
I remember now. Yes, he's Barry. He's Barry.
Barry, what
I'm
is
gonna get him a
this?
sandwich.
He brings it up. He takes it closer. He's like, "Wait a minute. This is cubic zirconium. These aren't even real diamonds." I mean, I guess it's close enough that it looks real fancy, so probably look good on you anyway. And that's all that matters. He flips through the book. And he finally finds it in accessories, and tells you, "Oh, this is the this is the brooch of power. This is a terrible name."
Brooch of power?
No, it's pronounced power. It's P-O apostrophe E-U-R. So it's pronounced power.
Power?
Please get it right.
Power.
I'm not even doing his character voice right now because I'm trying to, like, describe this.
The brooch of power.
Pure.
So what this does is, if you're trying to reach, when you're casting a spell, and you're trying to reach for your absolute peak of magical power, it will allow you to keep basically keep your foot on the gas, which is
So full tilt.
yes, full tilt is a very accurate description, which mechanically means when you're casting a spell of your highest level, you make an intelligence check. If the result is high enough, you do not spend a spell slot to cast your selected spell. The DC begins at level 2 with 12 DC, increasing by 2 for each spell slot level, maxing out at DC 20 for spell slots of level 6 or higher. So right now, you're level 6, so your highest at level 2. So when you cast a level 2 spell, you need to beat a DC on a D20 of 12 with no modifiers.
Well, I have up to level 3 spell slots.
Sorry, correction. You're in total, yeah. But it's your baseline level 2. Just, I'm using your level 2 spell slots to explain to you how it works.
Okay, yeah.
So you cast a level 2 spell. I'm actually going to let you include your modifier because it just says make an intelligence check.
Is it?
Okay. So you would make an intelligence check. And then if you beat a 12, you don't waste a spell slot. You do this each time you cast a spell, but the DC is raised by 2 for each level of spell higher than 2. So for your 3 spells, you would have to beat a 14. For 4, you would have to beat a 16.
Okay.
For 5, it's going to be 18, and 6 and higher will be a 20 that you have to beat.
Raises by 2 each level.
Yes.
Slot.
That is a really good item. Oh my god.
I pinned that to... I wear it. I'm wearing it.
Alright, you pin it on your, like where you would normally have a breast pocket, even though you don't have one, because you are a cleric and wearing robes. And,
yeah, that's where I pin it.
it looks real fancy. You look real fancy. You're a fancy boy.
Well,
Except with fake diamonds.
well, I will leave you guys to get your items. I need to see someone about daggers.
And you like bolt out of the room trying to track down Alice.
Yeah.
And everyone just sits here and goes, "She's got it so bad."
Yes, yes he does.
To be fair, she's real hot, and she's a badass, so I don't blame him. Anyway, next up is... who? Barry looks at you all expectantly and just asks, "So, who's it gonna be? Who's gonna spin the wheel next?"
Instead of spinning my wheel, instead of spinning the wheel, I pull out Aaron and ask him
to you gotta be specific here. I can't like...
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to think of the word. Help me understand the weapon a little more.
Yeah, because lately you've been... goddamn it. So you pull out Aaron and hand it. He doesn't take